What's up, guys? It's AR Fly Bros here. We have been to the Blue 2 times since our last recap video. So today we're basically just going to talk about the past 2 times that we've been, and then our trip tomorrow, because we are tying up some flies for our trip tomorrow. We are really excited. Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be a great day tomorrow. Really excited to get back out to the Blue and catch some trout. So we'll first talk about 2 trips ago, which would have been on Thanksgiving break.
Yes.
Had another great successful trip. We don't even remember how many we caught.
Nope.
And that's always a good sign when you lose track of the fish you're catching at the Blue River, because that means you're catching a bunch. But probably, pheasant tails. I thought I caught a couple on pheasant tails. Prince nymphs. Rich worm, the classic Blue River Dominator, was great for me that first trip. And there was a lot of variety of flies that we caught fish on. What was your takeaway from that day?
Well, I caught everything on mostly white stuff. So mott fly, white mott fly, mega worm, San Juan, and a junk fly, the squirmy worm. All those went off. I also caught my first carp. So that basically sums up that first day. What about the second day? You can see
the carp in the video as well, so go check that out. And yes, right here, what I'm tying here, the mega worm, works great at the Blue and worked great that first trip.
Yes.
For both of us.
I'm tying up a pheasant tail, one of the most productive flies, most classic fly that works at the Blue. So I love using these there, especially in streams.
They're very fun to tie as well. And a little intro about before our trip from last week, the second recap part is that first trip, we did not use any hand-tied flies. These were all bought flies from other people. I
wasn't even tying flies yet.
Yeah, you hadn't even bought your vise or your kit yet. I've been trying to convince them. I've tied some flies, but I have not tied any this year yet until right before our trip last week.
Which we tied a bunch. And only used our flies mainly for that last video. I used only my flies, so everything in that video was on my fly. So, but yeah, last trip, eggs went off for me.
Yes.
I caught one on a mega worm and I immediately took it off.
I started off the day with a pheasant tail on top and a rich worm on bottom last week, and immediately was catching fish.
Yes.
Within the first 20 minutes, I think
we got there in the pitch black.
We got there in the pitch black as well, had our headlamps on, which was a really cool experience. And you can catch trout in the dark.
I caught one at night as soon as it got pitch black outside.
You did catch one at night as well.
I was getting bluegill in the morning for some reason, so.
But yeah, if you haven't watched our video, our footage video, go do that. It was a really awesome trip. Tried a new spot at the Blue, which there's a little bit of footage there.
Yes.
GoPro died, unfortunately, where you probably caught 35, 40 fish.
Yep, it was insane.
And I caught a good amount there too. Found a really awesome spot that was really fun to fish. Unfortunately, the GoPro died, like I said, but I think we had 30 fish on the GoPro.
Yes.
So if that tells you anything how our day went.
24 fish.
That's it.
Which is crazy, because we barely even recorded all day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just an amazing day.
It was an egg day.
Yes, eggs. Eggs were so good.
It's crazy.
Peach. You want to show the
peach eggs?
Those peach eggs?
Yes, those were the best. Peach colored. I use UV eggs.
I caught a good amount on this color right here, and as well as this.
That's the peach color I used.
Like this peach-like color here as well.
I had UV in mine.
Yeah, that UV really attracts fish.
Yes,
it seems like.
Yep. But tomorrow I'm going to be using cheese UV eggs, which are said to be the best eggs to use. My main target tomorrow, though, is pheasant tails. I'm hoping pheasant tails start to go off. Next week, the cold snap begins, so we'll see how that affects the fishing. Should start going off from there for those who haven't fished the Blue yet. You're going to have no problem catching fish starting now,
Yeah, for real.
Yep.
And, weather's been good down there. Should be another beautiful day tomorrow. Excited to get back down there. About to tie some more riches. mega worms here, these white ones, and then I'm gonna tie some more pheasants before the night's over.
Yes.
And that's probably gonna be my first combo of attack. It's becoming one of my favorites.
Yep.
As it started off so well for me last time, but I'm sure you're gonna start with what, an egg?
Egg on bottom and pheasant tail on top.
Yeah.
I'm not using Squirminators anymore. I decided it's about to get really cold, so I don't really want to use non-classic trout flies whenever it gets cold outside. So I'm gonna start preparing now for that. I loved it last year. Last year we started using the 2-fly setup whenever it was already January, so it was already a time where I could use 2 small pheasant tails or 2 prince nymphs and go off the whole day and be fine. So I predict that's going to start happening again very soon, and I am excited for it.
I'm very excited as well. That's a little bit of the recap of our last 2. We think last week over 70 fish between both of us, if we had to guess.
Yeah, if not over 90.
And our rule is once we get to 10 each, we stop counting.
But the first 10 in the morning are competition, and I did win last time.
He did.
But with the comeback,
first.
I made it come back because Adam got tangled or something. I don't know what happened.
I had an early lead.
Yes.
And then got tangled and
Yep.
ended up having to cut my line and retie a fly on, and that's when Riley took the lead back.
Yes.
But again, there's a little bit of a recap. And we did fish Desperado both
yes,
trips.
Yes, we did.
Fished our main spot. You see a lot of that our videos, and then we walked up north in Desperado a little bit.
Yep. Tomorrow will be Desperado. Also, there's going to be some new spots. Next video, we're going to get Hughes Crossing in and maybe the bridge north of Highway 7. So we'll be changing up spots just a little bit, but we don't have any competitions or anything coming soon. When we finally get catch and release, we'll have our annual Christmas barbless competition where we have to make our own barbless flies and use those. We can't use someone else's. So
that will be really fun.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
No clue when we'll do that though. We'll see. It might be, I don't know. We'll see.
Definitely check out our last 2 recap video, or our last 2 footage videos, excuse me, that we're talking about in this recap video about the last 2 times we fished the blue.
Yep.
Really excited to get back out there tomorrow.
As always.
Be on the lookout for our channel in the next couple days. And you'll see the fish we catch tomorrow.
Yes. Yep.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks.